Hello, friends. Good evening to all of you. The visit of Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese, to India on a 3 day visit. The topic that he covered and he discussed with Indian counterpart Sri Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister of India. The very topic I'm going to share with you bit by bit whatever they have discussed in little bit that in details. The Prime Minister Albanese of Australia came to India because the very key and core topic he discussed was the Indo-Pacific region, the security of Indo-Pacific. Someone and something people are always discussing here and there all over the world about this topic, and it has a great gravity for the future as well. The next 30 and 40 years is going to be in the news related to the Indo-Pacific, particularly because of the world safety and aggressive China into the Indo-Pacific and the security concern to the world peace and stability. So China's aggressiveness and his policies towards his neighbors means not only towards India or towards Taiwan, towards northern region of actually the center point is the containment to China. That is the very focus of the politics right now. And in keeping in that thing in mind, the Prime Minister Anthony Albanese came to India, and he wants to strengthen the cooperation. He wants to strengthen the cooperation and relationship with India in a great areas. He's covering particularly defense cooperation and logistic exchange. Okay, so critical information sharing. This is the very crucial things. I would say that logistic exchange is the very crucial things. India already has signed the agreements with the United States of America for this logistic exchange. So defense cooperation is a very important thing. He discussed with his counterpart, and he also gone to the trade integration of both economies in the name of CEPA, Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Comprehensive 85% of the trade is now between two countries, and Australia's export to India 85% is tariff free. There is no duty being applied on. So due to this CEPA agreement which India and Australia signed 1 year before, so this is the very crucial for the trade and investments. Mutual recognition of each other's degree of graduates. The Indian graduates now, in their Indian graduates' degrees now being recognized into the Australia as well, and Australian graduates' degrees would be recognized in India as well. So there is a mutual proportionals. So, and fourth one is the critical minerals from the Australia to India. Indian industries needs raw material, and India has a limitation for raw material as well. So India does need a great degree of raw materials for his industrial consumption. So China was also supplying intermediary goods, not raw materials, in great volume. But right now, in the Indian industry need the raw materials. So Australia is ready to supply the critical minerals to India. And the cricket cooperation, the soft power between two nations, two cricket loving nations. Yes, it is, of course. And Prime Minister, both Prime Minister Albanese and Prime Minister Modi went to the stadium and they saw the cricket match to each other, you know. And people to people connects and mobility and diaspora of India into Australia. These are were discussed in great detail and have been signed a comprehensive, strategic partnership between both countries. And my feeling is that the does my question is that does India is going to cooperate and work with these countries into the Indo-Pacific against the China? I would say India is willing and India is ready. Yes, it is going into the Indo-Pacific, and Quad group is India actually uh, building trust between Quad groups nations, because India has already suffered some kind of discrimination since 1947 to right now. The Western nations didn't supply the defense weapons to India, and their policies was annoying India. So right now it is a trust deficit for India, and Indians don't trust on these Western nations because the past historical, uh, you know, the taste they have they have gone through. That's why for the future cooperation we need to build a trust. So trust development, you see the Quad has made 2 and 3 years has gone now for Quad groupings, but India does not even say that this is a military cooperation. He is always saying that we are trading, we are sharing education, research, medicines, etc. Whatever. These are the soft corner of relationship, but the important thing, that is the defense cooperation. India always denied this is not the group of military group. Okay, but China is saying that the Eastern NATO. China is always saying this group is the NATO group. So my defense is that I want to argue this point, that India is now ready and India is now trusting. We don't have any option. It is inevitable that we would definitely in future will be with war with China. It is inevitable, definitely in future. But because of China's aggressiveness and its postures, China's way that he's looked, his neighbors, is aggressive. And the experience and historical experience we Indians have about the China is very bitter relations. So we can't trust on China. We have many agreements with China, but that agreement is China don't rely, China don't trust, don't regard these, the agreements that we have with China. So China cannot be trusted. That's why we are going to the word for making the relationship to contain the China, because China is very ruthless and aggressive. That is the main reason. Otherwise, if China and India and Russia could work together, then it would be definitely the Asian century. But the China's action is very unpredictable. So, if his action is his course of action is not going to change, then India must have to step his next step. That's why we are taking a different kind of steps. Uh, it is worrying for China. Yes, it is worrying for China to change his thought. He must have to cooperate, build trust with India. Because if India is in the grouping of uh, the best nations, then the things changes. If India would not be in the Western alliance, then they would not have any kind of assistance in the kind of assistance they will not get in Asia, the Western nations. So this would be very good for China. But the China's actions is very aggressive. So India has no option but to cooperate with the Western nations and fielding tightly. That's why he made the Quad and AUKUS group, Australia and UK and United States, and they are supplying nuclear submarines to Australia. That is also annoying China. That's all. I wanted to share these topics with you. Thank you very much.